But are you thinking twice now about your trip? Nearly 2 million kids go on cruises with their families every year. A lot of choices out there, also a lot of safety concerns. And Jen Westhoven and I got one of those family magazines, in the mail. You always get a bunch of those, right, when you sign up for various family things. And it talked about all the family-specific cruises that are out there now. You're not just talking about Disney cruise.
And they're incredible. I mean, it's nearly $40 billion business. Your family is the target, but these are some of the things they have out there. Nature cruises to Alaska, floating arcades, water parks, sports camps. They're having a Barbie cruise this year. Yikes. Disney, as you mentioned, a big player now. So then you're starting to think about these kinds of new situations and your kids. And you go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do if I've got my kids sick or stranded like that? So if you're planning a cruise, there's a way that you can feel secure about this, which is the CDC. They actually inspect the ships and they rate them on how clean they are. So you can check this out. These are some of the family-friendly lines that we checked their ratings. So there's Disney, 97.5. We've also got Carnival coming up here, also a pretty good rating as well. Carnival Cruise Line's 96. There's Holland America, Royal Caribbean, and in many cases you can look up not just the cruise line, you can look up the actual ship you're going to go on. So I think, most of these really are safe, and here's something you can use to reassure yourself that most people really do have a safe and wonderful time.
Yeah, you don't want to blow it out of proportion. And Dr. Manning, one thing that sort of surprised us, we found out a lot of these ships don't have properly trained doctors, but you can check, the websites or travel agent to find out if there's
Many of these trips you can order or you can arrange through your travel agent. And if you do, you can just simply ask a battery of questions. One of those questions would, of course, be, tell me about the medical personnel that will be on the particular ship that I'll be on. You can also check the website. Disney's website is robust and would have information like that. But there's always a place where you can ask questions that aren't available to you under frequently asked questions.
Now, as a parent, I love this. You basically brought together the survival kit if my kid has issues.
Yes.
All right, so we're out there on a stranded ship. Tell me what you bring.
So I'm speaking as a mom and as a doctor. And, there's some of these faux pas that I've made as a mom that I really want to make sure I share. One of those things is what happens on a ship, first of all. Oftentimes, one of the things that happens is that people get viral infections. One of the ways to avoid a viral infection is to use hand sanitizer everywhere you go. I like to bring hand sanitizer on these trips, small ones, one for every person in the family, because many of these family-friendly ships allow you to walk all around, let your kids go places on their own, so have one on their person. One other thing to remember is also to bring as a family some antibacterial liquid soap, because some of the viruses, norovirus in particular, that's had these big outbreaks recently in the news, that one can only be removed with soap and water and vigorous washing for 20 seconds. If your ship runs out, you'll need a lot of soap and water. And it's probably something that's difficult on this Carnival cruise right now.
I see meds here.
Yes. Many kids are taking regular medications, asthma meds, prescribed medications. Don't bring just enough for the trip. Bring enough in case you're able to you run out. So re-up, particularly asthma inhalers. Here's a
EpiPen.
Oh my gosh.
If you get an allergy, your Benadryl, right?
And make sure these things are not expired. I've made that mistake before. I brought an EpiPen somewhere and looked at it and it was expired. Thank goodness I didn't need it, but if it's expired, it's no good.
Doc, thanks so much. Be prepared, and also, this is a unique situation with Carnival. The company, the ship is being hauled into port now. It's got 2 of the top-rated cruises for families, by the way. Just want to make that point.